It's a great day to be alive and an artist. My name is Matt with the Hat, and today in our acting series, I am going to talk about you. It's an interesting thing. So many people think that acting is about wearing a mask. In fact, when you think of theater, you probably think of the old comedy and tragedy mask, the one that's smiling and then the one that's sad, right? Here's the thing though. If you've ever done mask work as an actor, it's probably one of the most powerful things that you can do. Because you put on that mask, you breathe into it, you do all this fun stuff. And suddenly your inner truth begins to emerge. In the guise of being false, of being fake, you actually tell the truth. And so it's really important to understand that with acting, we convince people that we're playing a role when we're really just playing a different part of ourselves. We convince people we're putting on a mask when we're really taking everything off. We're opening ourselves up and we're saying, here am I. Acting is about vulnerability. It's about openness. It's about communication. When I paint, I have certain tools that I use. Paint a canvas or furniture. And then there's myself. And of those things, the more important thing is myself. In the same way, when you're acting, there are all these techniques. Like we went through the whole audition series, right? And we went through the 12 guideposts, and these are all very important things. But the most crucial thing to all of that is, who are you? So often we try to play in our auditions or in our rehearsals. We try to play as actors what we think everyone else wants us to play. So we do Evita and we put on our own Patti LuPone, okay? Or we put on our version of what we think Evita is. And deep within, Evita is you. It's a part of you. It's something that breathes. Your Evita is more important than my Evita, right? And it's not trying to recreate someone else's version. Now, in a business sense, let's be real. You're on Broadway and you're taking over after the 15th time this show's been done. You're going to play it like the original. You're going to have the same blocking. That's part of the business. I'm talking about the art. Okay? And in the art, you're allowing yourself to be, to express through the guise of that mask of the character. Through that story, you're exposing parts of yourself that you don't expose in real life. You're exposing your anger, your heartache. You're exposing things that are real. You're exposing things that are true. And that's why, when you watch some really amazing actors that have been in the business for a long time, they'll say, the biggest thing that I can do is relax and just start letting it come to me. And so I'll start speaking the lines and I'll react and things like that. And then the feelings will emerge, or the covering up will emerge, or whatever will emerge. It's because they have learned that within themselves, within you, is the entire universe. There's a universe of possibilities with you as an actor. I hate it when people say, I can only play one thing. I once was auditioning an actor early in my career as a director. I've had a long one. I once was auditioning an actor, and he wanted this one particular role. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of looking at you for this different role. And they were equally important, equally valid. One had more lines than the other. But my interpretation of it was vastly different than other people's. So I don't blame the actor for this. But one thing that the actor said to me that stuck with me is he said, I play this one thing really, really well. And it's really funny because that's all I see him play, is that one thing really, really well. He's still working, but he plays that one thing, it's a one-note thing, and he's good at it. I'm not going to deny he's good at it. But the thing is, he's not just that one thing, right? So you're not just that one thing. I had an actor recently tell me, we were working on something, and they said, I play intellectuals really well. And I looked at that actor and I said, you're a great comedian, and you make everyone laugh, and you're a bit of a goofball, and you're all of these other things. Don't put yourself in the box. And so what I want to say is, who are you? The exploration of acting is finding yourself through the characters. Who are you? And how are you going to express you? Instead of trying to take on everyone else's interpretation. Who are you? Who are you? Express that. Find you within the role, and you're going to be on target with that. Yeah? So that's the exploration. If you're working on a monologue today, if you're working on a scene or sides for an audition, I want you to put yourself. And one of the exploration tools that might be really, really useful is to ask other people, what am I like on a daily basis, right? Because some of us, we're like, I'm a serious actor. I've been there. I've done that. When I play my roles, I take it so seriously. And we even have there's a thing called actor voice where people say everything perfectly, right? There's actor face where it's like I'm looking like I'm reacting to something rather than just reacting in the moment to what's going on. There's all these different actor tropes. And when we take ourselves too seriously in our craft, what really happens is we lose a whole part of our personality. Sometimes even the part of our personality that the directors cast us for, right? They see our playful side just by knowing the other person. They're like, that person's going to be good for this role because they're not taking it so seriously. And then we get the part and we're like, I'm serious. And we do all the research and we do all of these things. So allow yourself to be you. More and more of you within your roles. Allow the roles to, yes, there are the differences. Find the connection. Find the similarities. Let them breathe. And then see what happens as you let them breathe. You'll become different yourself in good ways and challenging ways, but your acting will improve immensely if you realize you are the source. All the crap that's in your head, all the stuff you keep bottling inside, all those feelings, all of that stuff, that's your paint. That's your art. And when you let it out, and when you let it flow, That's the difference. Because no one can play you better than you. No one. And you're not just one thing. No one can be Patti LuPone but Patti LuPone. But you can be you better than Patti LuPone can be you. And when you click on that realization, your acting is going to explode in positive and amazing ways. You are fantastic. I love you. Keep auditioning, keep working hard at this craft, and above all, keep making art.